morning and welcome back to math class. Today's lesson that we are going to be doing is lesson 7-8, division, measurement, number stories. Now this is another lesson where we're going to be doing a bunch of different steps to solve a problem. And if we're doing measurement number stories, you are going to be doing a bunch of converting. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now you have to say to yourself, I don't remember how many milliliters are in a liter or how many pints are in a gallon. You have your Chromebook with you. Use your Chromebook to look things up if you need it. Don't just guess and don't say, I don't remember. You have something at your fingertips that can help you. So be really smart about what you have in order to help you, especially with converting. Okay, so let's take a look at this problem together. And I want you to try to answer it as I do it to see, okay, do I know what I'm going to be doing today? How do I feel? How comfortable do I feel with doing today's problems? So look at this problem. It says, Kelly is in charge of bringing water for her softball game. The 8 team members have matching water bottles that hold 500 milliliters of water. So each water bottle holds 500 milliliters, okay? And they all have matching ones, so they have the same ones, and every water bottle holds the same amount. Kelly buys 5 liters of water at the store. So she goes to the store and buys 5 liters of water. And what she's doing is she's being nice, and she's filling up everyone's water bottle. So pretend that everyone's water bottle was coming to the game empty, and she brought the water to fill it in. If she fills all the bottles, how many milliliters of water will she have left? How much will she have left over? Now, if I know how many more, how much less, or how much do I have, I know I'm going to be subtracting. But we're not just going to be subtracting 505 because this is in milliliters, this is in liters, and look what they're asking us. Our final answer, how many milliliters of water, needs to be in milliliters. So should I be converting everything to milliliters or liters? Say your answer out loud. If you said milliliters, you're correct. So I know she has 5 liters of water. So we need to figure out how many milliliters did she buy. Now, if you were unsure, that's where you would go onto your Chromebook to say, how many milliliters are in a liter? Now, if you remember, take a guess. Who remembers? Say out loud, how many milliliters are in a liter? What do you think? If you said 1,000, you're correct. So if she has 5 liters, and if I know 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters, 5 times 1,000 is going to give me how many milliliters is a liter. So she bought 5,000 milliliters of water. Okay, that's how much she has at the game. She is going to fill each water bottle with 500 milliliters. So am I just going to subtract 500? Answer that to yourself. If you said no, you're correct because there are 8 team members, meaning 8 people have water bottles. She needs to fill 8. Now, if each water bottle is 500 milliliters, how would I figure out how much water she's going to put in all the water bottles? Say to yourself what you will do. And if you said multiply, you're correct. If each one holds 500 milliliters and there are 8 people, 500 times 8 is our unknown. So to do 500 times 8, you could do it however you want. Now, I am going to do my partial products going down this way. 8 times 0, 0. 8 times 0, 0. And 8 times 500. 8 times 5 is 40 with an extra 2 zeros. So that's going to be 440 with 2 zeros. And when I add this up, that's 4,000. So she does 4,000 milliliters into the water bottles. I'm going to say WD for water bottles. Okay. So she has 5,000 milliliters of water. She dumps 4,000 milliliters into the water bottles. So how many milliliters will she have left? To figure that out, I am going to subtract, and I know 5,000 minus 4,000 is 1,000. So what is our answer? She has 1,000 milliliters of water left. So let's take a look at this problem. First, I had to convert to milliliters. Then I had to figure out how many milliliters were in the 8 water bottles. Then I had to subtract. So I did 3 steps to solve this problem. In today's lesson, you will be doing multiple steps to solve the problem. And sometimes remember, when you're reading a problem, you may say, this seems really hard or tricky. Read it again. Say to yourself, what am I supposed to answer in? What is my label? Convert that and solve your problem. I'm going to do one more with you so you see how we can do this. Okay, so here is a number story dealing with time, and your first problem today will deal with time. So I gave you an example. So let's take a look at this. So it says, Rashid slept for 3 hours and 45 minutes. Rashid does not get enough sleep. And Taquan slept for an hour longer than Rashid. How many minutes did the two boys sleep? So I know, one thing I'm noticing is I have to answer in minutes. And here with Rashid, this is hours and minutes. And Taquan slept for an hour longer. So I first need to figure out how much the boys slept altogether, and then I'm going to convert it to minutes. So if Rashid slept for 3 hours, 45 minutes, right? That's R. And Taquan slept for an hour longer. So does that mean that Taquan slept for 1 hour? What do you think? You said no, you're correct, because it said an hour longer than him. So what's 3 hours and 45 minutes plus 1 hour, which would be 4 hours and 45 minutes. And I should say HR because that's an abbreviation for hour. So I now need to figure out, okay, I don't just add this up. I need to know how many minutes in total that all is. First, I need to convert this all to minutes, and then I need to convert this all to minutes. Well, I need to know how many minutes are in an hour. Tell me how many minutes are in an hour. If you said 60, you're correct. So first I have to do 60 times 3. And I know 3 times 0 is 3, and 3 times 60 is 180, because 6 times 3 is 18. So that's 180. So that's 180 minutes for 3 hours. What do I then need to do with this 45 minutes? Tell me. Correct. I need to do 180 because that's how many minutes are in 3 hours. And I also need to add on these 45 minutes. 5, 8 plus 4 is 12. So Rashid slept for 225 minutes. Now, Taquan slept for an hour longer. Now, I can do 60 times 4, and then that number plus 45, or how many minutes is in an hour? 60. If he slept for 1 more hour, he's really sleeping for 60 more minutes. So I can just add 60 onto here, and I know Taquan slept for 285 minutes. I am not done. I need to answer the question. So how many minutes did the two boys sleep? I'm going to add 225 plus 285. And that's how I'm going to get my answer. 5 plus 5 is 10. 0, carry my 1. 3, 8 plus 3 is 11. Put down my 1, carry my 1. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. They slept for 510 minutes altogether. So you saw that first I had to put Rashid's, figure out Taquan's, then convert it to minutes, and finally add it up. So although this problem wasn't hard, I wrote down 1, 2, 3, got my minutes, and added 4 steps for a problem. Today you are going to be doing that. When you're doing your work, you want to do it on a piece of paper. It's the easiest. Plan it all out. Keep it neat. You could hold it up to your Chromebook if you want your paper, take a snapshot, and then upload it to the document. And if you still don't know how to do that, no worries. You can always email me the picture. But I need to see your work, and I need you to be able to show all the steps. And remember, if you don't remember some conversions, look it up. Do not just guess. Have a great day. Email me with any questions you may have, and happy problem solving.